Welcome. So today I've got a really simple but honestly a super powerful story for you. It's about two brothers, a chunk of inheritance, and two completely different ways of thinking about wealth. This little story really makes you ask a big question. What does it actually mean to be financially secure? Let's jump in.
Okay, before we even meet the brothers, let me ask you something. Just imagine, a good sum of money, poof, it lands right in your bank account. What's that very first gut reaction? Is it, okay, I need to lock this down, protect it, make sure I don't lose a single rupee? Or is it, all right, how can I put this to work? How can I make this grow into something more? Your honest answer to that is the key to this whole story.
All right, so let's meet our guys. The story centers on two brothers, Arjun and Karan. After their father passes away, they each inherit 10 lakh rupees. So they have the exact same starting line, the same amount of money. But the choice they each make, right at this moment, is going to send them down two wildly different roads. And you can see their opposing philosophies laid out so clearly here. On one side, you have Arjun. Let's call him the saver. His whole mindset is driven by the fear of losing what he has. So his goal is simple. Protect that 10 lakhs. His action? Put it in a super safe fixed deposit. And then you've got Karan, the creator. He's not thinking about loss. He's thinking about growth. His goal is to invest that money to create something even bigger.
So, with those mindsets locked in, their paths start to split, and they split dramatically. Let's take a closer look at what each brother actually did, especially Karan's approach, which was, a bit riskier, but a whole lot more ambitious. So Karan doesn't just throw his money at the stock market. He does something much more interesting. He invests in himself. Check out this breakdown. A massive 70%, the huge majority, goes directly into learning new skills. We're talking courses, training, networking with smart people. Then another 20% goes to starting a small online business where he can actually use those new skills. And he's not totally reckless either. He keeps a responsible 10% tucked away as an emergency fund. This isn't just gambling. It's a real strategy to build up his own personal value.
Now, here's where the story gets really interesting. For the first couple of years, if you were a betting person, you would have put all your money on Arjun. Seriously, on the surface, playing it safe looked like the smartest move by a mile. And this period was rough for Karan. His business wasn't some overnight success. He was grinding it out, working 14-hour days, making a ton of mistakes, and at times, even losing money. Meanwhile, Arjun, he's sleeping like a baby. His fixed deposit is doing exactly what it's supposed to, just ticking up, slow, steady, and safe. No stress, no drama.
And of course, Arjun couldn't resist a little, "I told you so." You can just hear it in his voice, right? See, I knew it. Playing safe is the way to go. You're just throwing your money away. And honestly, from the perspective of those first 2 years, it would be pretty hard to argue with him.
But then, the story takes a big jump. We fast forward 5 years from that day they got their inheritance. And this is where everything flips on its head. This is the great reversal, where the long-term results of their choices finally become crystal clear. So let's check in with Arjun first. After 5 years, his 10 lakhs, plus all that safe interest, has grown to about 13 lakhs. Hey, it's a profit. It's safe, it's secure. He did exactly what he set out to do, protect his money and make a little extra. Mission accomplished. And now, Karan. After 5 years of that struggle, of learning and building, his business is now pulling in an income of 3 lakh rupees per month. Let that just sink in for a second. That's not his total net worth. That's his monthly income. In less than 5 months, he makes more than Arjun's entire fortune. This is the difference between saving money and building an engine that creates money. The financial difference is just staggering, right? But the real lesson of the story, the part that really matters, goes way deeper than the numbers. It's about what wealth and security actually are. Karan explains it using this really powerful metaphor. For Arjun, money is a wall. It's something you build to protect yourself, to hide behind. But the problem is, that wall also becomes your prison. It becomes a source of constant worry. For Karan, money is a seed. It's something you plant. You invest it in yourself, you nurture it, and you use it to grow something way, way bigger. A seed has risk, sure, but it also has the promise of a massive harvest. So let's just put a name on this. The saver's mindset. That's Arjun's world. It's a belief system that's totally focused on protecting what you've got. Your entire sense of security is tied to that number in your bank account. And if that number goes down, your security goes down with it. You basically become a prisoner to your own savings. But the creator's mindset, that's Karan's view, is the complete opposite. It's focused on building your capacity to create wealth. Your security isn't in a bank account. It's in your skills, your knowledge, your ability to provide value. That kind of security is inside you. No one can ever take it away. As the story wraps up, the brother's wise uncle kind of overhears them talking, and he just hits the nail on the head. He tells them, Arjun, your security is fragile. It depends on that money. But Karan, his security is in his skills. Even if he lost it all, he could build it again. That, the uncle says, is true wealth.
So, what are the big takeaways for us here? First, saving money is important. The story is not saying to be reckless, but investing in yourself is more important. Your skills, your knowledge, your ability to solve problems, those are your ultimate assets. A market crash can't wipe those out. Real security isn't about clutching on to what you have. It's the quiet confidence that you can rebuild from zero if you ever had to.
And that brings us right back to where we started, but now with a whole new perspective. So, I'll ask you one more time. When you think about your money and your future, are you building a wall or are you planting a seed?